and welcome to Mastering the Discussion Board, Strategies for Success, where we are going to break down complex concepts and help you thrive in your graduate nursing journey. I'm Dr. Rhonda Johnson, and today we're going to dive into a topic that every online nursing student encounters, not just students in this class, how to academically answer a discussion question. Whether you're new to online learning or just looking to sharpen your skills by watching this video, this episode will give you a clear step-by-step method to craft thoughtful, scholarly responses that stand out. Let's start with the basics. Discussion questions aren't just busy work. They're designed to help you think critically, apply nursing theory to practice, and engage with your peers. In graduate level nursing, theory isn't abstract. It's the foundation for evidence-based care, leadership, and innovation. So when you respond to a discussion prompt, you're not just answering a question, you're demonstrating your ability to connect theory with real-world nursing. So let's talk about the process. We're going to walk through a method to answer a discussion question. And there are 4 key steps. The first step is analyzing the question. This is the first thing you want to do. You want to start by reading the prompt carefully. You want to highlight keywords. Is it asking you to reflect, compare theories, apply a model to a case, or critique an idea? Break it down into parts so that you know exactly what's being asked. Step 2, we want to gather sources. Use your course readings, your peer-reviewed journal articles, and textbooks. Make sure your sources are credible and current. And what I mean by current, that they are 5 years or less, unless you found this very old article that is one of the classics, then it would be okay to use that article, but you want to make sure that the majority of the time that you're staying within 5 years or less for the age of your sources. Don't forget, APA formatting is also essential. You will find if this is the first time that you've done discussion forums in an online class, you'll find that when you go to write your references to make your reference citation, the second line and lines thereafter, you can't indent 5 spaces. It's a pain to try to get it to format. So, and that's okay, but you can do everything else in APA format. So don't worry too much about that. You want to make sure to cite your sources both in text and in your reference list. There are tools like Zotero or your university's library database that can make this job easier for you. And if you're ever unsure, within our Canvas course, there is a link for Purdue OWL and also some APA guideline resources for you to use. There's also the APA formatting book that is the recommended, one of the, not recommended, required books for this course. I would highly recommend that you purchase this book because you will be using it for every course that you have to do some writing in your graduate studies. And you certainly don't want to lose points just because of APA, which is something that's very easy. You have a resource to follow. If you're going to be losing points in an assignment, make it because of content, not because of something easy like APA. So please purchase that textbook. The next step would be structuring your responses. Here's a simple structure to follow. The first thing you want to do when writing your responses is the introduction. You want to restate the question. You can paraphrase it. You don't need to restate it verbatim. And then preview your response. You want to do the body next. This is where you're going to present your argument or perspective. This is where you're also going to provide support. You're going to use examples from practice or literature to strengthen your points. And then you'll sum it up with a conclusion where you'll summarize your key ideas and offer a reflective insight or pose a question to your peers. So your responses from here on out should have three parts: an introduction, a body, and a conclusion. Keep your tone professional and scholarly. Avoid casual language, and make sure your work flows logically. Step 4 is engaging with your peers. After you post your response, take time to reply to your classmates, and usually it's 2 replies. You are welcome to reply to as many as you want, but for grading purposes, you are asked to reply to 2 peers. You want to build on their ideas. You want to ask thoughtful questions. You want to offer respectful critiques. Remember back to your netiquette. This isn't just about agreeing, it's about creating a rich academic dialogue, and it's part of your responsibility as a learner in every course, every online course that you're going to be taking, that you are part of making everyone's learning very eventful. So there's some things that you need to be aware of, some common mistakes students make. So let's talk about a few of those pitfalls. The first one is writing too informally or without citations. We want to make sure that we don't ignore theoretical frameworks. We only answer part of the question, or we're skipping peer responses or writing agree without an elaboration. Avoiding these mistakes will help you stand out and earn stronger feedback from your instructors. Here are a few tips to keep you on track. You want to start early. Give yourself time to research and revise. Every module in our class is 2 weeks long. We are now ending up the first week of our introduction module. So we have 1 more week. So now you should be moving on. You should have already posted your introduction. If you want to stay ahead, you can go ahead and post your peer responses to peers' introductions. And so this coming week, you can spend time getting ahead of your reading, making notes to answer or fleshing out your outline to answering the discussion prompts for Module 2. You want to draft your response in a Word document before posting, so start all your discussion forums in a Word document. That way you can use resources like Grammarly for grammar check, for spelling, for sentence structure. You can reread, and I would just type and then start writing. You got to start somewhere. So start with the questions of the discussion forum, and then just kind of writing ideas and things that you want to add to your argument or to support your argument in answering the discussion questions. You can use writing support services. We have a writing center here at McNeese. I would advise you using this center for your formal papers. It takes about a week to 2 weeks for them to safely give you a turnaround time. So using the writing center for your discussion forums really probably, you shouldn't need to do that. I'll give you feedback, but if you follow these 3 steps from this this recording, you will get plenty of practice with your discussion forums. You also want to stay consistent with your tone and formatting. So introduction, your body, and your conclusion. Usually it's the same thing for every discussion forum. That's how you want to organize it. So just remember your discussion posts are a reflection of your professionalism and your academic growth. So we really want to stay consistent and not so informal. To wrap up, here's the big takeaway. Answering a discussion question in a nursing class isn't just about writing, okay? It's about thinking like a scholar and a nurse, using this academic method to analyze, research, structure, and engage. You've got this. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to email me and let me know. I hope this recording helps you in forming your first discussion forum for your first graduate class. Again, until next time, keep learning, keep caring, and keep growing, and I am looking forward to reading your first discussion.